The first noble truth realized by the Buddha was that life is a suffering. One may accept this from incomplete knowledge and view this from a general understanding of body pain and emotional pain that one has to go through during the ups and downs of life. One may even comprehend this from a psychological perspective, taking into account that the instances of pain overpower our mind as compared to pleasure, and therefore Buddha is giving more weightage to pain or suffering. But with this statement and the realization of the truth, he is pointing us to a far deeper truth about life. He says that our life itself is a suffering. There are no distinct accounts of pain and pleasure. Rather, every experience of life is suffering. Or, in other words, he is saying that suffering is the very nature of life. This seems counterintuitive, as we can distinctly experience the pleasure of eating delicious ice cream or going to a concert and so on. Yes, these are experiences of momentary pleasure, but ultimately everything leads to suffering. The delicious taste of an ice cream or the symphony of the concert gets registered in our memory and causes us to crave them, missing them from time to time and not being able to enjoy anything else apart from them in their absence, etc., are forms of suffering. All experiences, when registered in the mind, gives a perception of either pain and pleasure. It is this perception that gives an illusion of momentary pleasure. The image of this perception in our memory forces us to get into a loop of either craving or aversion. That is why Buddha precisely says that everything is suffering. Buddha's realization of the cause of suffering was even more profound. He found that birth is the cause of suffering. We have to go through all these experiences that ultimately lead to pain and suffering because we are born. But normally, the birth is not under our control. The process, however, is deeply rooted in the mind. Every moment, atoms are being generated as a result of mental activities and soon get annihilated. To replace those annihilated atoms, new atoms are generated. This cycle continues so fast that gives an illusion of a permanent body. Just like a fast flowing water stream appears to be as a river. It is scientifically estimated that 10 to the power 22 atoms are generated and annihilated within just 1 second. If all mental activities cease, then naturally this process would come to an end after running its usual course. But since the cravings and clingings get into the mind, the mental activities usually do not stop, even though the impressions from the sensory organs are stopped. Therefore, even though the body dies, the subtle mind continues its mental activities due to the stored clingings and cravings. This gives rise to a new birth by initiating a matter generation process automatically. The cycle continues endlessly unless the mind is fully liberated. Therefore, once we are born, asking the question, why is there suffering, is like asking the question, why I am wet when we have already entered into the water. If you get curious about questions like how this cycle started in the first place, how to end this cycle, and who is that entity that is continuing birth after birth. It's a good sign. Seek with the whole heart, and the answers would be revealed to you.